Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here. Well, at some point, I guess I kind of gotta admit that I think I have a problem. Well, it could be worse. I could be doing drugs. Anyway, I ended up buying 3 guns in the last week. Well, kind of. One of them was on layaway, but anyway. It's tax season and got my tax return in, and so I got 3 new guns to add to my collection. They're all used guns, but 3 new guns to me. So I figure I'll just start down here with the first one I decided to pick up. This is a Ruger Blackhawk. It is in .357 Magnum, single shot or single action revolver. Awesome gun. Pretty beat up. I'm not really sure how much of it the camera will actually pick up, but the grips are pretty worn. The metal is pretty worn. You can see several spots where it looks like there was some pitting at one point in time. A lot of scratches and scuffs. But this gun only costs $289 plus tax, so less than $300 before tax. So that was that's a pretty good deal if you know the value of a Ruger Blackhawk. And I put it on layaway, and so I put it on 90-day layaway and just picked it up the same day that I picked up this gun here. This is my new Ruger P94 or P944 in 40 cal. Now this is a gun that I used my tax return on. I got it off of Gunbroker on Buy It Now. I didn't have to bid on it or anything, but it was $324.95 plus shipping and FFL fees. So it was like $353 total, something like that. Or no, well, that's just with shipping. The FFL fee is obviously extra. But anyway, not a bad deal. A really good example of a P94. I mean, there's not a whole lot of wear on this. I would say that it's about 95%. You do have some scuffing here on the slide release, and then just a couple of minor scratches and scuffs. Nothing too terrible. 10-round magazine. It only came with 1 magazine. But anyway, for a $325 gun, it's pretty good. Doesn't look like it's been shot a whole heck of a lot. Now I do have one problem with this gun, and it's the fact that I can't get it apart. I've done some research, and I think what is happening is this spring inside the recoil spring is installed backwards, and some people experience some pretty big issues trying to take their Ruger P series apart when the recoil spring is backwards. So I might have to take it to a gunsmith or just take it to somebody that can help me with this and actually get it apart, because I would actually like to be able to clean this gun between range sessions. But anyway, really nice Ruger P94 in my opinion. This is my 4th Ruger P series. So anyway, I knew I was getting the Blackhawk for about 3 months, and I knew that I wanted a 40 cal because I never had a 40 cal before, so I knew I wanted to get a 40 cal with my tax return. But another thing that I picked up was this Mossberg 930 Tactical. And I was not even planning on getting that gun. The only reason I got it was because I was at work one day sitting on my break, and I got a random text from one of my friends who actually used to work at Walmart where I work, and he asked me if I would be interested in a Mossberg 930 Tactical, and I said, well, hell yes, I'd be interested, because he bought it from Gander Mountain like a year or so before that, and it's kind of beat up, but it's a Mossberg 930, and everything is pretty much cosmetic, so there's nothing mechanically wrong with it. It does shoot, but he only charged me $300 for it, so I thought that was a really good deal, and I decided to jump on it. Now it's kind of this particular model is not made anymore with the breeching barrel and the 4-shot tube, but I do really like this setup. It's nice and short and compact. It's got the standard charging handle. It doesn't have the big round cylindrical one, but I like this charging handle better. It does have the extended or oversized release, and other than that, I mean, again, it does have some cosmetic issues. It's got a chunk out of the butt pad here, got a lot of scratches and stuff like that, like on the loading gate here, but still a pretty good shotgun. I plan on keeping this as like a secondary home defense gun, but I do want to take it out to the range first. So anyway, those are the 3 new guns that I picked up in the last week. Pretty good deals on all of them, I think. Probably the best deal would be the Blackhawk, but the Mossberg 930, that's a pretty good deal too, because typically even a used 930, that's like $400. So to get a good 930 Mossberg for $300, I mean that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. And then this wasn't a super smoking deal, but it was a pretty good deal for the condition that this gun is in. Sometimes you find a gun in this condition, a P94 in this condition, for $400 or maybe even more. So I personally wouldn't pay more than like $350 or so for a P series, but $325, I'd say that's a pretty good price. Anyway, I'll do more videos with these guns in the future, more formal reviews, shooting videos, stuff like that. But that's just kind of my initial impressions video on the 3 guns and just why I bought them. So anyway, that's all for that video. Subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.